Hey, Kansas City. This is a collection of interviews we had at the 2024 Riverwall Mural Fest on September 28th. We were proud to stand there watching these amazing artists create and make our city that much more beautiful. Shout out Scribe, Port KC, Spray KC, and all the artists, DJs, and food vendors. You guys made this day so memorable for us. And shout out everyone who stopped by and talked Kansas City with us. This is enterruptkc. Enjoy this video. All right, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. Thank you for joining us on enterruptkc real quick here at the pop-up.
Absolutely. Glad you guys are here.
Oh, appreciate that. What's your name? Who are you with?
My name is Jocelyn Knight, and I work for Port KC.
Port KC.
Yes.
Tell us about Port KC a little bit, because you know what? Here's the thing. I'll bet you people don't even know there's a port in Kansas City.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
You have a port here. We do actually have a port. We have the Parsons Port just a little bit further to our west.
Yeah.
And we do a lot more than just port stuff too. We do some economic development. We own the park here.
Clearly,
yeah.
Event, right?
We're doing all the murals, so it's exciting.
Okay.
Trying to get this part of the park activated.
Yeah.
Get some life down here. It's awesome.
Are you from Kansas City?
I am born and raised.
Nice. What part?
Well, suburbs.
All right.
But now I live just north of the river.
Okay. So. Nice. Well, I appreciate that. So the murals here today. What inspired this here today?
Well, we're trying to bring Kansas City back to the river, and then also using art as the mechanism to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our second installation of the Mo River murals. We have a couple of murals to the east that were done by the Art Institute here in Kansas City.
Okay.
And we're hoping to make the longest mural wall. Yeah.
No way. Like, how long would that need to be?
Well, if you look over towards the port side, there's a long concrete wall.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not sure exactly how long it'll be, but we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We have a lot of blank canvas for some art. We're excited to do
I
it.
overheard somebody saying here that there's a 3-mile mural wall somewhere. So it
Maybe
need to be.
this is it.
It may be. I hope it is. Seriously. So is this going to happen annually? What do you guys anticipate?
You know, this being the first festival to celebrate the murals, we're hoping that it's an annual event for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just watch it grow. This is kind of a test trial to see how it goes, and
what do you think?
I'm very happy with it.
Man,
Yeah.
this is awesome. Seriously.
Cool, yeah.
As a born and raised Kansas City and both D-Rod and I, we love this. This speaks to us, growing up here for sure.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's a free event, and
Yep.
we're catching a lot of traffic from people going to the KC Current
Right.
game.
Good time, good
People
weather.
who bike and run down here, and bike and run clubs, they're all down here.
Just don't have it in July.
No.
Don't have it in July.
I think we've all learned that lesson here in Missouri. I don't know why we keep doing that.
Oh
It's
my
such
gosh.
a bad idea.
Man.
So.
All right, let's talk about the murals.
Yes.
So the artists, they're not just from Kansas City.
No,
they're
we
from
have
all over.
We have a few artists from out of town. We've got a couple from Denver. We've got one as far as Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We do have some local artists. So yeah, we call to all the artists from all over the country.
That's amazing.
Bring us your art.
I mean, and you guys are using local artists as resources to connect you with the artists. Is that how it's working?
Yeah, we work with Scribe and Spray KC.
Yep.
And they've really been the ones to curate and find the artists and help us find what's gonna fit really well with what we've already got going on. And
Super sick.
yeah, send them a nice, warm, welcoming vibe.
Yeah. Is there a mural here that's one of your favorites?
Oh man, it's so hard to pick one. I love them all. I feel
there's not one that really speaks to you.
Oh man.
I mean, if you can't pick, don't worry about it.
Well, Nicole's is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the colors, so vibrant. It's just stunning. Amazing work.
I'm impressed with the fact she's hand painting that.
Yeah. And I mean, every time I'm down here throughout the week, she's been here working on this, and
she has to have the strongest hands here.
Yeah.
Because my hands would be cramping.
Yes, and the color on the cheeks, it's wonderful use of blues for light. And I also really love Chelsea's, the bunny and the snake, kind of a circle of life kind of vibe that I'm getting. And some people were a little hesitant to have a dead bunny on the wall, but
Come on.
it's such a beautiful thing. Like, you got to embrace the macabre a little bit, 'cause that's what life is.
That's right.
So-
That's right.
And it's so stunning. Like, it's just dreamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her technique's really beautiful. I'm so excited. So.
Okay. Do you guys influence the artists at all and what they try to do, or do you let them kind of just come in and be creative?
We have them submit art, and we really try to not. We don't want to be the people who say what it is and isn't art.
Okay.
We want it to be with the vibe. Non-violent,
right.
Welcoming, make people feel safe.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we let the artists do their own thing. So.
That's awesome. All right, first thing, man, what's your name and where are you from?
Hey, Vince Sanders, founder of Spray KC, founder of American Shaman, Kansas City business. And, I'm born and raised in Kansas City, and I just want to do cool things for Kansas City.
Right? Born and raised, man. What's the history of Spray KC? Where'd that come from?
So Spray KC came from, I've loved street art my whole life. And I started with a group of street artists in Kansas City originally. Kind of had different ideas of what we wanted to do. We wanted to do more community involvement, schools, women's shelters, you name it, as well as outdoor stuff like this, obviously. So we broke off and did our own thing, and this is the result of that.
Wow. How long has it been going now?
So since 19.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
It is crazy, right?
That's crazy. I mean, you guys made it through COVID, which a lot of people didn't.
Correct.
But I would imagine, like, particularly right after COVID, people were anxious to be out and see stuff.
They were, and we did right on the plaza, the big building there, the medical building, former medical building that's all painted out.
Yep.
We did that during COVID.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Okay. I was just going to ask you, like, what is a piece of artwork that people would be familiar with?
Right.
And that's probably it, right?
That's
there.
it. Well, everybody has seen that building, right?
Everybody.
You can't not.
That's right.
Where if you go anywhere near the plaza, it's hard to not see a 7-story building.
Yeah.
That's painted top to bottom.
So Spray KC, like, what is the makeup of it? Is you with a handful of people? Or?
It's me and Chris Agarian is who runs it. Okay. He's the operator, and most people know Chris around town, right?
Yep.
I knew him from the Star, and when the Star let lots of people go, I'm like, this is the guy to be the front and face of this.
Yeah.
And so we brought him in and put him in charge of Spray KC, and he's done, as you can see, an amazing job.
This is phenomenal. And we were talking to Port KC earlier, Vince, and Port KC kind of has a goal to make the longest Riverwall mural in the world.
Yeah, and we're obviously completely supportive.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I would imagine you guys are going to be a part of that.
For sure.
You anticipate this going on every year, maybe?
Every year. Well, we got basically a mile and a half to paint out.
Yeah.
So even if we do several hundred feet at a time, you're talking years to cover, nearly 8,000 feet of wall.
If there's artists wanting to be able to maybe support or, submit work,
absolutely,
be involved, how could they do that?
So we have a website, Spray KC. Jump on there. Chris will get back to you. And we help a lot of area artists find work and jobs. I don't know if you've seen all the billboards and stuff with Spray KC. We have gotten so many artists work from those. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's the idea. Just because you're an artist doesn't mean you need to start.
Right.
You've got an incredible talent.
Yeah.
You should be paid for it. You should have the opportunity to make a living doing your.
Vince, I don't know how familiar you are with enterruptkc, but one of the things we're really proud of is that we have a number of artists who have joined us for podcast episodes.
Wonderful.
I mean,
I've seen Scribe.
Gear.
Yep.
We have another one coming up, Dink. Idra Icons, which are two, they're everywhere doing murals.
Yep.
So Juan Moya. A legendary artist,
he's probably the first, right?
Yeah, he's one of the first.
He's one of the first. He's one of the true OGs.
Just like we've had them do episodes, and it's been amazing to learn the story of artists in Kansas City, because that's the story of Kansas City. That's what we believe.
Kansas City. I 100% agree.
Is that why you kind of felt like getting into it? You wanted to?
I do. I'm super Kansas City guy, right?
Yeah.
And I, on a personal level, know the power of art to move the soul, right? To just change the way you see. You could have a bad day, you could all kinds of things going wrong, and you walk around and you see something like this, and it changes your whole mindset.
Changes it completely. Right. Yeah. I was wondering though, looking at these murals, Vince, is there a favorite that you have, or one that really speaks to you?
I don't like to pick, I mean, Of course, Stripe's my guy, right? He's so amazing.
Yeah.
Kansas City and the right. So it's hard to not.
The trailhead piece is pretty dope.
Correct.
The trailhead piece but Stripe's piece down that's pretty sick too.
Correct.
The otter is pretty sick.
It is.
What about just in Kansas City in general? Is there a mural in town somewhere that you're like, man, I really love that mural?
So, there's so many, but there's one that we did right before COVID started, and it's right here where Luffy's Fish is. As you're going down Main, you know the picture of the white girl and the black girl embracing.
Yes.
And that was right before we had all the Black Lives Matter, all that erupted. And when she put that up, watching her, I was just like, that mural really just meant something to me. And then within 6 months, the world went crazy, right? And I was like, wow, what a powerful statement, and what a prescient idea she had. It's like almost like she knew what was coming.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, first thing, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Nicole Salgar, and I'm here from St. Pete, Florida.
St. Pete, Florida?
Yeah.
Man, so you born and raised there? Or?
I was born and raised in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I Florida girl.
I'm a Florida. Yes, I lived in New York for a while, but I mean, deep down Florida.
Yeah. What brings you to Kansas City today?
Scribe invited me to be part of this project. Yeah, and I don't know when I would have found myself here outside of his invitation, but I'm super happy that I made it out here and I got to be a part of this awesome project.
Hey, we love it. We love you. Thank you for coming to Kansas City, by the way, and blessing the town with your beautiful work. Talk about your mural. We've been asking people here, just engaging people, like, is there a piece that really speaks to you? And people have really pointed, they're like, that one. And I'm like, okay, well, we got to get her over here to talk about this. So describe your mural for people.
That's really sweet. Visually, you mean?
Visually,
yeah, so I like to mix a bit of realism with abstract shapes. And I like to play with like drop shadows and making things feel like almost 3D, like they're coming out of the wall. So I like to play with composition and things like that. And I like to also incorporate humans, primarily female figures, and something from the local environment. So the flowers that I have represented in the mural are the state flower, the hawthorn. And every morning when I would be coming over here and bringing my paint and stuff, I would see a ton of monarch butterflies. So I put a monarch butterfly in the mural to just pay tribute to the local environment.
Wow.
But there's two females back to back that share a similar hair, so it kind of intertwines them in a way, so you feel like they're connected. And
so it's not the same female.
It could be.
Could be.
It could be her in different stages of life, you know. But yeah,
where does the inspiration of the females looking different way? Like, where does that come from? Talk about that.
I think that would be a better way to portray it. Like, different stages of life and kind of being present and taking in the environment. And I also really love that the lighting in the environment when it's like twilight hour.
Right.
So I wanted to try to get that feeling like you're looking at something where it's like everything's golden and glowing. Yeah, cool.
So you said that you came here and you saw some flowers and you're like even coming up to here doing the mural, you were still getting inspiration.
Yeah, and there's also little bunnies that hop around at night. But I chose the butterfly instead because it almost landed on me this morning, and I was like, I gotta throw him in there.
Yeah. Do you have you ever done work in Kansas City before?
This is my first time.
First time?
Yeah, I hope to come back.
In the city?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never been to Kansas City before.
What do you think?
I love it so far. Everybody's super friendly.
It's the Midwest.
Yeah.
We love everybody.
Heck yeah.
We're a melting pot. Is most of your work in Florida where you're from?
No, I travel all over the place, internationally. Anywhere that there's an opportunity to bring public art to the people, I'm there.
Yeah. And your art inspiration, like, did that come from a place, a moment in time in life? Do you remember that at all?
I feel like I've always had that creative mind. Both of my parents are really creative. My dad's an architect.
Okay.
So I think he was a really big inspiration. He was a freelance architect my whole life, so that also showed me that I could do this for a living.
Yeah, I love that. Is there a favorite color that you love using?
Purple.
Purple? Any purple?
I didn't even have to think about
Yeah,
that.
no. I mean, there's some.
Can't you tell?
I can tell. There's some purple. There's some purple in there. And you said, you know, you use females, and I'm asking, I don't know, but the female that you used in this mural looks Latina,
Yes,
looks Hispanic.
yes.
Is that intentional?
Yeah, well, right now we're in the middle of Hispanic Heritage Month, so I wanted to elevate and bring the awareness to that, and also just empower the Hispanic community. I'm Cuban and Colombian, so I just wanted to represent.
Well, we love that. Man, I don't think this dude needs any introduction. But what's your name and where you from?
My name is Donnie Ross.
Donnie Ross. I love it. AKA Scribe.
Sometimes known as Scribe.
All right.
From Kansas City.
Kansas City, that's right, baby.
Yeah.
Man, talk about this event, Scribe. Man, this is, to me, just watching this whole thing take place with all the foot traffic coming through here, it seems wildly successful.
Yeah, it's great. You know, people with Port KC have been great to work with. The people with Berkeley Riverfront and Spray KC, you know, they know their area. They've been working on here for a while. They chose the right day. You know, so we've got a lot of traffic for the game. We got a lot of people that are coming here for the Mural Festival.
Yep.
So we're exposing a lot of people to art today.
We've had people say, we saw you guys advertising this. That's why we came down here. So I think that's really dope,
that's
man.
great
for
to
real.
hear.
I was just talking to Jocelyn at Port KC, and she mentioned that they want to break the record for the longest mural wall.
I think that, I mean, if they want to do it, and they, you know, if I can help, I'll be happy to help.
Do you know what that record is?
I think the record is actually in St. Louis, and I feel like they broke 2 miles total. Wow! So they did break 2 miles. Okay. Yeah.
They broke it twice.
Yeah.
So they did a 2 mile, and then last year, I think, or a year before, they did 3 miles.
3 miles.
So that'd be fresh. Yeah.
I mean, they got a whole another mile of wall going that way.
Mile and a half, and actually, it actually keeps going probably farther than that too. It's a mile and a third, mile and a half to the next breakout point. You know, like somewhere down there around the West Bottoms and stuff. So there's a lot more wall, and you know, there's a lot of river here.
Super sick, man. Super sick. The murals here, the artists. Okay, let's talk about the artists. So where are they from? Where are they coming from right now?
I got Nicole Salgar. She's from, originally from like Miami, New York. Now lives in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Is this her doing this
Tampa
piece right here?
Yeah, she's doing the beautiful portraiture work of the women. I got my friend Emit. He came in from Denver. My friend Birdcap, he's out of Memphis right now. Chelsea Lewinsky is from Denver. The guys from Evolution Audio or Evolution Sign and Mural, they're from here. Right. And last but not least, we got Alexander Austin.
That's right, man.
The OG of KC painting.
Man, he has an incredible story, man.
You got to get in depth with him.
He has a crazy story. We'll talk to him.
Anybody that old has a lot of stories. So he would be rolling right now. So,
is there a favorite mural you have here?
Favorite mural I have here?
Like just anybody's mural. Is there one that's favorite of yours?
No, like my brain doesn't work that way. I mean, I'm not saying that to be political. Like I see different things. Like I'm looking at Nicole's right now, and I saw that flower like slowly come to life, and I see moments inside of that. That just really touch me. Like on Emit, like I understand the technicality of him putting a graffiti outline over his entire like rendered image. So because I understand what it takes to do that, like that really touches me. I love like the storytelling of Birdcap and the beautiful imagery of like Chelsea and so on.
No, it's cool. You did a piece here though. This kind of, I don't know, what would you call that? Like a signage piece or trailhead or?
Yeah, so that was an afterthought. I got one that's way farther down. That's 40-foot long river otter.
Yeah.
That I painted. It's dedicated to my wife. I always draw her as a river otter,
Yeah.
and I draw myself as a rhino.
Right.
The signage kind of came in as an afterthought. They wanted to include it in some of the branding.
Okay.
And since Evolution Sign and Mural is good at doing lettering, and like I do a little bit of storytelling, it luckily that like a little bit more work came out of it, but we did it so it tied everything together.
I see the bees made it in.
Yep, it was their turn.
That's right.
So
I was looking for the worm. I ain't gonna lie.
Party Worm's there.
Is he? Oh shit, he is right there.
Yeah,
okay,
he's listening.
I missed it.
Yeah, he doesn't have his party hat on right now because he's deep in thought in his headphones.
I love it, man. Are you thinking about trying to help out moving forward every year? What do you think that looks like for you?
If that's how this is supposed to come together, then I would be happy to be involved if I was asked to do it. If I was, in any kind of way to help this launch forward, and they took the wheel and decided to go a different direction, if I helped that move forward, then I'd be cool with that too. So they know me. I'm open, and I would love to keep working with them.
Right. Is there a mural, not here today, just in Kansas City in general, that's a favorite of yours? That's not yours.
Ooh, man, that is so tough. I could think of, I can't remember the guy's name. There's a giant black and white one that's on the side of Manny's. I really like that dude's stuff. I want to say it's like Alex like Seneca or something like that. That guy's work is dope. I love the iconic, just graphic nature of it, and it's painted so clean.
Yeah.
So, as far as some of the large scale stuff, that would be one of my favorite ones. But
and that's a new one too.
It is a newer one, but a lot of times when I'm asked something on the spot, that's when everything pops out of my head. So.
I hear you. No, I hear you. Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you putting this on, helping out, in the way that you did, and thank you for letting us come down here and chop it up with you.
Yeah, thanks.
And the artist, man, this is great.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man. Well, thank you for joining us. Tell us, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Bethany Alzanati.
Bethany Alzanati?
Yep, and I'm originally from Southeast Kansas, the Chanute Humboldt area.
Yep.
But my husband and I moved to Kansas City in 2015.
Okay.
And been raising our family here.
That's awesome. What brings you down here today at the Riverwall?
We host Art Garden KC. We're an arts organization that puts on pop-up markets and art festivals,
nice.
And City Market and Crossroads, but we also have a Sunday festival in Berkeley Riverfront Park. So we're good friends with Port KC. They've been major supporters of ours for the last couple of years. And so we're out here today hosting some of the artist booths that you see, all local artists and vendors.
Beautiful. How long have you guys been doing that?
About 4 years. We started right after COVID. It was a way to get the artists in our community out. People's mental health was really suffering at the tail end of COVID. And so we decided to do something outdoors that would be safe and socially distanced, and it organically grew into an art market, and it's had a lot of impact for artists and the community at large. So we kept it going.
That's beautiful. Where's your home base at?
We don't have a physical location. My husband and I run everything from home, and then we have a big team of people that help us and volunteers too. But Berkeley Riverfront Park, the Sunday Festival, that's from 11 to 4 every Sunday. That's our main home base where artists can get started. The booth fees are only $10, and we'll provide them with a canopy if they don't have one. And then it gives them a test kitchen where they can come out each Sunday and improve their vending experience. And then from there, we do curated shows and pop-up markets. And so we get these artists, get them experience, build their confidence, build up their display, and then they can come do the pop-up curated shows with us. Yeah.
All right, so you're an artist, right?
Yeah, I'm a painter.
Let's talk about these murals. If you had to pick a favorite mural, which one would it be?
You're going to do that to me. Well, I am very, very always been a big fan of Scribe.
Scribe,
Always.
yeah.
Like, and so my favorite piece actually is the one that him and John Stevens kind of brain shopped together, and it's this Riverfront Heritage
the
Trail
Heritage
one.
Trail, yep.
And as soon as you're coming down from the stairs from the town of Kansas Bridge, it tells you, hey, KC Current's that way, Berkeley Riverfront Park's that way, City Market's up this way. I think that is genius.
That is.
Genius signage. But all of it. I mean, there's so many talented muralists out here today, and I'm really glad to see some female artists out here as well.
Yep.
So yeah, this is phenomenal.
It's awesome.